to the court. I am its Jester. Okay, so we have finally, through all of the time loops, and all of the chaos, and all of the death, oh, so much death. Ah! Oh, now I want a burger. Anyway, through all the death, we finally have gathered the information we need. To successfully go through the last of the loops. We're going back to the beginning. We're going back to the very first ending we got in this game, which wasn't an ending, it was just a to be continued. Now, where we left off in this time loop was pretty bad. Okay? Almost everyone died. Phi and Sigma are on their own, looking for things. Sigma's already under the effects of Radical 6. That none of them know what Radical 6 is yet at this point. And Quark is missing. No one knows where Quark is. Literally everyone else is dead at this fucking point. But we got the username and password we needed. Huh.
There's no one here.
That computer's been turned on.
Yeah. Maybe Dio and Kay did that.
What the hell is this?
A lion.
Is biting.
A sun?
It has a couple input fields for a user ID and password.
We probably can't use it unless we know what those are.
We do! Kay gave us the password and Luna gave us the username. Why don't you put something in?
Sure. I'll give it a shot.
No, fine. No, I know it from the other loops. I got it.
Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
We shall! Phi turned and headed towards a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. Yes, Sigma. Yes. Realize the passwords. Realize the time loops. See all I've worked for. I want to savor this moment. Okay, I savored it enough. A lion biting the sun. Yes. A lion biting the sun. Yes. A lion biting the sun. Okay, good. You ready now? Memento mori, if the ninth lion ate the sun. Remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun. Could this be the ninth lion? Then, maybe. Yeah, remember all those dead bodies, Sigma. Remember all the trauma. So much trauma. Hello! She's not dead! She's a robot! I'm good! Finally got the information I need to unlock the to be continued screen here. Sigma's having a moment. Yeah, Sigma, we've been here before. Do you remember all the time loops? Okay, so the ID is what Luna gave us. GTF DML 016. And then the password is what K gave us. M. Where's the I? ILKEV OLI. Got it! Alternate timeline information successfully unlocked. Fi, come over here.
What's wrong?
I got in.
What? How did you figure out the login?
I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
I don't know. How did you just know Sigma's name when you first met him? Time loop shenanigans. I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might.
What? I don't...
Look, just forget about that. Come on, take a look at this. Yeah, we don't have enough time for you guys to both figure out the time loop shenanigans. I mean, literally everyone else is dead and Quark is missing.
Sure. Fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind?
A little bit, yeah.
Tell me what the hell is going on here.
Well, I personally know what's going on, I think. Sigma... Well, Sigma doesn't. Poor little Sigma.
Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes. Oh my god, you guys are so unproductive. But no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine. You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm not. Sigma doesn't even know he has robot arms at this point in the game.
And the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right. Let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here. Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she'd asked for. GTF DML 016. Her search returned several files, and after examining them for a moment, Fi opened one. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem?
Looks like it.
So, was GTF DML 016 a golem's ID?
Don't ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
I was right! Luna was a golem! I called it! I knew it! Luna.
Yeah.
Why is there a picture of Luna in this file?
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
ABT? ABT.
It's this special artificial biological tissue, what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes it look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you.
Well, I could tell Luna was a robot. I knew.
See, right in the middle of...
I see. Luna was a golem. And DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Golem was telling us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Currently operational. Well, yeah, like, Clover drugged Luna. But I don't think drugs work on robots. Executing special mission? You think her special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
So why did Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Well, Luna did not do a good job of making sure we didn't all murder each other. A bunch of people are dead right now. Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something?
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampf test?
A what?
It's from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
So it's kind of like the Chinese room.
Yeah. Luna is the girl locked in the room. And the 8 of us are the people outside it. Well, like I always say...
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
When did you figure it out? That she was a golem, I mean.
Right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Golem in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese room.
I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
Like you just knew it?
Yeah. Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
Yeah, it says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operational. Executing special mission. Whoa! Wait, what the hell? Luna's dead!
You think robots die?
Not really.
She was only injected with muscle relaxant.
We gotta go get Luna.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Of course! Luna's the one who opened the AB gate!
That might not be the only thing she did. Look,
What do you mean?
what are the last 3 digits of her product ID?
016.
And where have we seen that before?
Oh, no. Did you kill Clover? And Tenemoji? No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Tenemoji?
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
Yeah, the crew quarters, of course, I remember. Luna, I trusted you. Well, at first I didn't trust you, but then I started to trust you. We were right.
Yeah.
Why? Why would Luna...
And I trust him.
5 minutes
Well-
remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
In Luna's defense, Clover did try to kill her in this timeline first.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right. Off we go then. No one knows where Quark is still. It's been so long since I was on this timeline, I don't even remember who we're voting against.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner.
Oh yeah, forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
How's Luna gonna vote? Yeah, with her bracelet, there's 3 in this room. I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AB room.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
All right, I'll go ahead and hit the start button. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Wait. Sigma.
Huh? Hey, Luna? Luna? Oh, this isn't good. I am now
1
remembering
minute
the
remains
extreme
until Ambidex game
paranoid
polling closes.
distrust I had of Luna in the beginning of all this. Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna here?
She's probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
How's she going to vote?
Betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now.
What?
Have you totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally. We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And I trust him.
Oh, Luna! In the beginning, it would have been so easy to not trust you. But now, after all we've been through in the other timelines, I think I trust her. Frick! Hello, I'm having a crisis over my feelings towards this fictional character.
2, 1.
Oh, that hurt.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation.
That hurt.
Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna! Where's Luna? I leapt out of the door and ran toward the AV room. I thought she'd entered, but she's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then there it was. No, she didn't take it.
Doesn't make sense. Why would she show up just when we're about to vote? There was no reason for her to come here if she was just going to default.
And I voted betray, like an asshole.
Results from round 3 of the Amberdex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right! The results!
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
Oh, God. They're dead. They're dead. Oh, God, we betrayed her. We're monsters.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. And the other 6 got penalized.
Quark is dead. There's a dead child somewhere in this building. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
5 of them are dead already, and Quark's bracelet is off.
That means all those penalties are meaningless.
Yeah.
We still don't know why Luna showed up, though. There's no reason to come here just to abstain.
I can only guess at her reasons, but I'm sure it was part of some plan.
A plan for what?
Who knows? So what do we do now? Whatever Luna's scheming, we still managed to get 9 BP. Do you want to leave?
No, we can't! Yeah, Sigma's parents made choices for him. We still don't know if Quark is safe. No way am I leaving before we find him.
I agree. I hoped you'd say that.
So, are you going to stay?
Of course. Let's get moving.
She spun around and headed for the Scion door. I followed her on her heels. Yeah, we got a lot of dead bodies piling up. Like, shit. We need to put them somewhere. They're gonna start to rot and smell. It's not gonna be great. Like, damn. Like, we gotta find Quark before he sees these and is, like, further traumatized. Shit. He's not here either.
This is the last room. Well, the last room we can get into.
And we haven't seen Luna either. Check the air vents. Quark's small. He could probably be in the vents.
Yeah.
Where the hell did she go? We were standing there, trying to decide what to do next, when we heard a familiar voice echo through the facility.
The number 9 door has been opened.
We gotta go. We got 9 seconds. Fuck.
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
What?
No, that's not possible.
What's not possible? But she only bit her lip and said nothing. Then, all too soon, it was over.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
What? What just happened? It's all over now, isn't it? We're stuck here forever.
We should go back to the Floor A warehouse. I need to know if the door actually opened or not.
With that, she was off. Yeah. With a sigh, I turned to follow. Shit, this is what I get for voting Betray. We can't just look at the door and tell if it was opened or not.
True. But the projection should tell us.
What? Luna and Quark escaped?
So it would seem.
Why? How? Almost as if on cue, the screen flickered. And Zero Jr. appeared.
Well, well, well! Long time no Zero! Remember your old pal Zero?
Oh, God. You!
I'm guessing somebody's hoping for an explanation about what the diddlio just happened.
Because we're such great friends, I decided to make an exception and descend from on high to give you the 4-1 run. Aren't you happy?
So what's this explanation you've got?
Well, let's start with little Quark. He was given an anesthetic that put him to sleep. While he was out, Luna carried him through to the other side of the number 9 door.
But how did she open the door?
With Quark's bracelet, you silly bunny. It was still in the infirmary. Remember? Luna just hopped over there and picked it up.
That is indeed a talking rabbit.
So I was right. Quark had 9 BP when the second round ended.
A talking rabbit that has trapped all these people in a death game.
Yup.
But didn't he get penalized after the 3rd round?
Yes, he did. But a penalty can't take away your points. Just your life.
The needles popped out and so on, but the points stayed the same.
So Luna took Quark to the door.
And left us to die. And since her bracelet was already off, she wouldn't have suffered the penalty.
No. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Oh, right. She's a golem. Was her objective?
All right. I think my tale is through.
Was her objective to protect Quark? Because she's done a shitty job of that. Bad things have been happening to Quark in, like, so many timelines. Okay, well, I got some questions for you, buddy.
Not you.
Well, good thing you guys don't have questions for V. That guy's a jerk.
This isn't the alphabet.
You must be feeling pretty good if you're able to joke around like that.
Was V the guy who I saw the weird hologram of, who kept going on about, this game is a lot like Danganronpa, who kept going on about termites? Is that Sigma's dad? He looks kind of like Sigma. And I think he might be Kay's dad. And Kay looks exactly like Sigma. This game is a lot like Danganronpa. I am actually planning to play the Danganronpa series later. I got a cool horror game that I want to play after this one, but then after that one, I think I'm going to start up with Danganronpa.
I mean, 6 people just died here.
Yeah, are you gonna, like, clean up the corpses? You know, I'm just saying, in Danganronpa, Monokuma had the decency to clean up the corpses, so we didn't have to deal with that. Can you do that? Can you extend the same courtesy? Also, I crack ship this rabbit with Monokuma. I just do.
It's not really a big deal.
Okay.
That's just how you humans are, after all.
Yeah, we do like shipping.
So, as long as you make it, nothing else matters.
Am I right?
No, you're wrong!
Don't screw with us.
No, that's wrong!
It's cool. It's cool. I know you gotta act tough. I mean, you chose betray.
I did choose betray!
That means you don't trust Luna, right?
Well, she was being very untrustworthy!
Figures. She's a golem. She might even be a murderer.
She did kill Clover and Tenemoji.
That's why you were planning to leave her here and bone out, wasn't it? You see, it's all about you. Haven't you thought about how sad you've made Luna?
Oh, Luna can go fucking... What?
Well, looks like my time here's just about all used up.
Wait! I still have questions
No,
for...
I won't wait. I don't like waiting. I waited once, and some half-witted reptile got the better of me because of it.
What?
After that, I learned to make sure to value my time.
Are you saying that you are the hare from the titular Tortoise and the Hare You're saying you were the hare from the Tortoise and the Hare story? You weren't waiting, you were off boozing it up.
The tortoise and the hare.
Alrighty then. I'll see you when I see ya. Have a nice trader.
Okay, we gotta go back and vote ally. For a few long moments, Fi and I just stared at the spot on the wall where Zero had disappeared. Where had Quark been? Who had given him an anesthetic, and why? We had no idea who killed everyone. Well, Kay and Dio killed each other, and I'm pretty sure Luna killed Tenemoji and Clover, and Alice killed herself because she was infected with Radical 6. And Zero Senior's identity, as well as the purpose of the Nonary game, remained a mystery. Oh, Dio killed the old woman, that was definitely June. As for our futures, what are we supposed to do now? I don't know. I hadn't meant to say the words out loud, but there they were.
The tortoise won because he kept going even when it looked hopeless. I think we should do the same. We've got plenty of time after all. We'll give the dead the closest thing to a funeral we can manage.
Where are we gonna put those bodies?
And when that's done, we'll start looking. Even if I never leave this place, I'll figure out why we were here. I swear it.
I looked at the fire in her eyes and nodded. If nothing else, at least we had a purpose. Game over. Okay, we gotta go back and vote ally. Am I out of save slots? Oh, I am out of save slots. Okay, let's start overwriting some of the earlier ones. Yes, I'll overwrite that save. Let's vote ally.
Two minutes remain.
Hey, Luna! What's good? Freaking nuts and bolts, bitch. I have complicated feelings for her.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go.
She's probably... Yeah, betray. I'm sure. Why else would she if she wanted to...
Yeah, I know
why
you
not
want me to
BP?
vote betray
You
Fi,
told
and
she
I
doesn't
listened
have
to
her,
you.
Besides, she's a golem.
Well, when I first started playing the game, I have this entire playthrough of the whole game and the previous game in the series all on my YouTube channel in a playlist. But from the get-go, I was super distrustful of Luna. I was like, she's faking it, she's not really this nice. And then I found out someone in the group is secretly a robot, and I'm like, oh, it's Luna. I don't have any evidence to back this up, but I'm sure it's Luna just because I don't trust her. And then, throughout all the different playthroughs of, like, this is the very end of the game, I started to trust her, and it kind of reached the point where Luna was honestly the only person I felt like I could trust. And then I found out, no wait, she really was a robot, and that just brought me all back to square one. And in the moment where I was supposed to trust her, I didn't.
She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally, we could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
Fi, I'm never listening to you again.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I don't know why I listened to Fi in the first place. She's on the list of people I don't trust.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And I trust him.
Oh, why she gotta be so cute?
2, 1.
Ally.
Round 3 of the Ambidex game.
Let's go outside.
Hey, Sigma!
Yes, Fi?
Are you insane?
Maybe.
Why the hell did you choose ally?
Because I know from the other time loops that bad things happen when we pick Betray. Wait. We can talk about that later. Right now, she's gone. Where'd she go? She's getting Quark.
That's odd.
I don't know. We'll see.
We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then, I still think she killed Luna. There it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then, she let the system vote ally for her?
Only one way to find out.
From round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, the results.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
They're dead. They're dead. We're good. And now Quark, Sigma, Phi, and Luna all have 9 points, and we can all leave. Let's get the hell out of this death game.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Whew, that's better. Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically, and the other 6 got penalized. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not a option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Then again, 5 of them are already dead. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah. That means all those penalties are meaningless. Why did Luna show up then?
Let's stay by the number 9 door and not leave it.
I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright. What do you want to do, Sigma?
I want to stay here and wait for her and guard the door so she doesn't leave without us.
Do you want to leave?
Yes. What? You're kidding, right? God damn it, Sigma. You and your morals. Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh, you are gonna get killed.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that.
Not even in the top 5 dumbest things Sigma's done. Literally, he was holding a very important vial of medicine, and the most untrustworthy person alive asked, "Hey, can I see that?" And Sigma held it out to him, and he took it, and then started blackmailing him, saying, "If you don't do what I say, I'm gonna break it." And I'm just sitting there, it's like, I'm not even upset. I'm not even mad at him for doing this. Honestly, he's my favorite character now, because Sigma, that was so stupid.
Now let's get moving.
I miss Dio. Bummer that he's dead. 100% he started that fight, though.
We need to find Quark.
And Luna, too, right?
Luna.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
We don't need to do any more puzzles. We're good to leave. Fi and I checked our bracelets out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair just like before, but Fi had changed to a red solo. It didn't really matter though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright. Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the Scion door. I followed on her heels. We gotta find Luna. We gotta guard the door. Luna's gonna leave without us. Dead body. Dead bodies. Dead body. Huh. You guys didn't notice that earlier, now did ya? Take a drink while you can. Might as well get blitzed in this place. Oh god, where's that child? Oh, there was a bunch of murder that was happening on this playthrough. The game works is every different playthrough with different choices is its own individual timeline that still technically happened in the game. And sometimes the character Sigma will remember things that happened in the other timelines. So you need to go through every single outcome in order to get all the information you
Sigma,
need to finish.
There's something I want to ask you.
And this was like the worst timeline because so many people just killed each other in it. What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it, and how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Luna or Quark, we don't know which. Luna.
Alright, let's head in.
Okay. Quark is in one of those pods. What the heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
What? Mint pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, other timeline shenanigans. But I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them, and suddenly realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. Hey, remember when we found Dio dead in one because Kay turned off the oxygen and suffocated him? Good times. Good times. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
one of them is lit up.
The one on the left is being used?
The glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
Hey, Quark. Quark? Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Just take the child and go. Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse. Oh yeah, he got kidnapped along with his grandpa. That dead old man we saw earlier, that was his grandfather. Yeah, they really wanted the old man because, yeah, he was in a previous death game, so they wanted him for this one. And they saw that he had a kid with him because one day he found a baby in a trash can and he decided to raise it. And now, he's in the death game and his kid's in the death game and, well, he's dead. And yeah, they just took both of them. They were like, well, I imagine they were like, oh, sweet, 2 for 1. Yeah, they took him and they took his grandkid. They took his baby.
This is it.
Dibs on not telling Quark his grandfather's dead. Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic, which had put him to sleep.
Ready?
Are we gonna leave Luna behind?
What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too?
Luna did 100% kill Tenemoji and Clover. What?
Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay.
Okay, Dio killed the old woman. Dio and Kay killed each other. And Alice killed herself because she had Radical 6, and that made her go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Clover and Tenemoji are the only people I think Luna killed. Which isn't great. It's not a great defense to say, instead of killing 6 people, I think this woman only killed 2 people. But Luna did try to kill her first. So, if she killed Luna, I could forgive that. But, okay, Clover thought that Luna killed Alice, and then Clover tried to kill Luna, and then I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, we just found a dead old lady. We found a dead old lady. And in another time loop, I found out that Dio killed her because Dio stole her bracelet so he could compete in the death game, because the old lady was supposed to be a competitor at first, but Dio's a clone from a member of a terrorist group who infiltrated the death game so that he could compete. This is so much. I am now realizing trying to explain all the things I have learned about this game through playing this game, it sounds batshit crazy without context. Everything, even with context, this is all batshit crazy.
There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
She only killed 2 of them. And killing Clover would have been fair because Clover tried to kill her first. Killing Tenemoji, that was wrong. Okay? It's not fair for him to be collateral damage. But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
Yep. 016.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of. That was Dio.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay.
Oh shit, I don't think... Oh god, I think she might have actually... Someone did murder Alice in this timeline because she was stabbed with a knife instead of a scalpel. In all the timelines where Alice contracted Radical 6 and she killed herself, she did it with a scalpel. This was the one timeline where she was stabbed with a knife. I think Dio did it. Dio's the one that killed the old woman. Then again, we did have those timelines where we never found the old woman's dead body, so maybe Luna did kill her this time. Is it wrong that I still trust her a little bit? I don't know.
Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive. But look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer?
Dio! He and Kay killed each other at the same time, I'm telling you.
Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Oh, but in the other timeline where we had that little thing where we thought Sigma might have been a robot, Luna was saying that she still thought he was a good person. And that it didn't matter that he was a robot. And she still trusted him. And Sigma's not a robot. He just has robot arms.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Okay. You're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
Sigma, are you about to do something really stupid like knock Fi unconscious? You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
Oh, I feel bad. Is Sigma just gonna throw the kid at Fi and be like, I'm gonna stay here with my robot waifu? With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gate was wide enough to admit her body, Fi slipped through it. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform, the kind used to move industrial cargo. Fi turned to face me, and I shoved Quark into her arms. Oh my god, you're gonna stay behind with your robot waifu!
Huh?
Before she could respond, I spun around and ran. You're gonna stay behind with your robot waifu! You dumb simp!
The number 9 door has been opened.
You dumb fucking simp!
It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking?
He's thinking with his dick!
Get back here!
Fine, I'm sorry. Luna's tits are bigger than yours, I guess. Big enough to cover up a body count. Sorry, Fi. There's just There's just something I have to do. Take care of Quark. Oh my god.
No! You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing!
He's not thinking with his big head, he's thinking with his little one.
Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
Well, he's gonna do this. Sigma, you dumb motherfucker. Anything for the robot waifu, I guess.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I'm not even disappointed, because to be disappointed, I would have had to have standards and expectations of Sigma. And I know him well enough to know he's the kind of guy to do stupid shit like this. I have no regrets. I do. Why the fuck have I been helping you try to survive throughout this entire fucking game just for you to give up all my hard work and effort so you can go live happily ever after with your real doll? In fact, with Phi and Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. Fuck you, Sigma. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. You have no thoughts. Your head is empty. All right, time to go. Oh my god. Luna's waiting. Oh my god. Oh god. Luna, oh my fucking god. I knew you'd be here. Stop trying to make this romantic. It's just fucking stupid.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy.
I'm not sure what you meant just now, but...
Oh, God. Sigma, you made choices.
Are you talking about something that happened in another history?
Yeah. What?
I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom. And the mood music.
Sigma, aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
All right. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had a blood splatter all the way up to the elbow, except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood, and it kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That means Dio's bracelet had to have come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me. I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Such a gentleman.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Let's say that Incident P happens, and after that, the timeline splits into Timeline A and B. I don't think it's unfair to base the theory in Timeline A based on information I found in Timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place, P. Hello! If you trace the history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting Timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principles of casualty. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the nonary game. No, Dio's a cult baby. Somehow, he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, and I don't know how he did it either. I don't know the how, but I know the why was so that he could plant a bunch of bombs, which we have to deal with later. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of the AB games. That someone turned out to be the old woman. He left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Somehow, he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped up the knife in the handkerchief. No, wait, actually. He probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, point is, he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep. So far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There won't be anyone left! I'd rather die here!
She had been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her, then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Tenemoji. The first question is who put the handcuffs on them. The clue is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it though, that doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to write with her right hand and on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together, and the message got transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. Oh, shit! Damn it, Dio. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. It also adds into the fact of how would she know Luna's Golem ID number? Now about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned to switch the light off and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories.
Look, I know Dio. I love Dio. He's my favorite character. My problematic fave. My little trash baby. He 100% did all that. He killed all those people. It is such a Dio thing to do.
Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure?
Because she's done it in like almost every other timeline.
Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves.
Then Dio did that too. It wouldn't be the first time Dio tried to kill Alice.
As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
You're a very pretty machine. And also, you've only ever fucked me over in one timeline after I fucked you over first. Compared to how many timelines where everyone else has fucked me over a lot, including the child, I say you're the most trustworthy person here. That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason why you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons. Yeah, that child manipulated me bad. Little fucking asshole. I was so proud of him.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Rule number 1. A robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. Sigma.
Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened here. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually, we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down, and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that.
Get some better security for your death game. Oh my god.
He did get in pretty easily. But that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
Why? What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come here?
To make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
5th and 6th?
Counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th, and the one next to it would be the 5th.
Right. After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane?
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes, our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern.
June, you've been a real bitch since the last time I saw you.
Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But...
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say.
Oh, fuck you, June! I remember when you were a crying little girl thrown into an incinerator and I saved your life! And now you mistreat my robot waifu!
You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter, the 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated. But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake. So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes. It was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do.
So many people are fucking dead right now because she decided this was a good idea, okay? I don't think you're the fool here. Like, she's fucking off her tits.
When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
I think I understand. Everything you did because you'd been ordered to.
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders? Then is she Zero Senior?
No.
No, that's the other guy. That's the termite fucker. What? But if she gave you the orders...
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
There was someone else?
Yes.
And that person is Zero Senior?
Yes. They worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose, technically, my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Jr., too. I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me.
But why?
I don't know. I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figure out that the rooms had been moved, and that's why she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite.
You mean...
Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there?
Yes, I think so.
But how could they know that? Well, Sigma, like you can see into other timelines, so can June, which kind of leads to her, you can only see into timelines that have already happened. Actually, no, you can see into ones that haven't happened yet, too. Anyway, when you look into enough different timelines, you eventually can see the future. Oh, I gotta go. I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay, I'm back.
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved, which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though, or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait. You were listening to us in the security office?
Yes. That wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security cameras.
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
Jesus, Clover, calm down.
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice. That she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your orders.
Yes. Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course. While we were fighting over it,
Whoa, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
You mean because I'm a golem?
Yeah.
One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you, died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No. I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he'd turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me.
I'm pretty sure she intended to kill you.
She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
Look, I know Clover. I've seen her kill before. I've seen her kill for less. Actually, no, she always had pretty good reasons for killing. Actually, I have. Yeah, I've seen her kill for less. I've seen this girl run around with an axe killing people and cutting off hands. Like, I've seen her do things. How can you be so sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes,
That used an electric shock to restart the heart, right?
correct.
So that was why she left.
Yes.
At 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio.
Dio?
Yes.
Oh, Dio.
I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes. I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing. But he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
At 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I bet.
It didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right? Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door. Right?
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. Fi had already taken it by then.
Yes, but there was something else he wanted to do, too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he'd used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see that?
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Myrmidons. Yeah, Dio's little cult.
Yes.
What does Myrmidons mean? Oh, it's a terrorist organization, nothing really big.
It's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it, like a club or something?
I don't think so.
Well, what is it then?
I don't really know.
No idea?
I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then, wouldn't that mean that he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
He wants to stop the death game no matter what, even if that means killing us in order to do so. He's not here to save us. He's here to stop the death game. And the death game can't really death game if all the people in it are dead. Huh, you got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess the enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. Luna said he didn't seem to be looking for anything in particular. He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. At 0 hours, 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began to fight.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
Dio, what the hell are you doing?
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile old shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt toward Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. Tenmyoji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then, as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. But Dio was a much younger and stronger man, and the wound Tenmyoji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. Hello! He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Tenmyoji collapsed to the floor. Dio, don't kill anyone.
What are you going to do?
He's going to kill you both.
Let's see. How about this? How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you gonna beat us to death or something?
Ugh, no. Nothing so tasteless.
Yeah, Dio's really classy about how he went about murdering that old woman.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close, give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now.
Yeah, so classy, Dio. Really classy. You and all your elder abuse.
Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
Bye, Dio. You are a peach as always.
25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Phi, and Kay, right?
Yes. You were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We'd all noticed that the knife was in Alice's hand, that was in Alice's chest, had been removed. If only we'd known that was what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
The anesthetic, right?
Yes. Almost immediately they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes. As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol, and then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that was when he found the luminol.
Right.
Such peaceful scenery.
That's everything that happened.
Such peaceful scenery to such gruesome stories.
Do you have any questions?
What do we do now? Well, what do you think? Does a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was.
When?
Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah? When he sprayed us with the luminol, right? Sure, I remember that.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji. The center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes,
Where Quark was sleeping?
right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief, right?
Yes. The display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment he looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off.
How?
Aluminum foil.
What? You mean that the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching.
Wait, so you're telling me that the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out? It was that fucking easy to take these things off?
Yes.
Why did you not tell the rest of us that? Oh yeah, orders, yeah.
All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart has stopped?
Yes.
Holy shit. It was that easy all along? Sigma literally cut his hand off to get rid of the bracelet in one timeline. What the shit?
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait, why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
Why? When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him to the treatment pod?
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center too?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero Jr.?
That's right.
He reactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Of course it does. So, are you going to tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it. So why were we brought here?
To play the nonary game.
And why were we supposed to play the nonary game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that.
Why?
It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally, killed me.
Then what?
I wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Tenmyoji died for this project.
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the tuberculine that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the nonary game. If the nonary game was part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Now what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio hadn't killed that old lady, what happened in the rec room would have never taken place, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
Six people died here. 4 of them were murdered, one way or another, by Dio. At first, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died. But that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Sr., right? Please, Luna, tell me, what is this project about? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma. Would you hug me?
What? Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand on her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, shit, Luna's dying. Hey, Luna. What the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber. But after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Okay. I get it.
Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time.
Yeah.
Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr., and I hacked it.
What?
Yes. That was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Then Kay and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself, and I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Junior's systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes. Very soon now I'll be gone. Zero Junior is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserved this.
I mean, yeah, kind of. No! No, you don't, Sigma, she does. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. She's kind of wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma. Thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna! Luna! It's going to be okay. No, it isn't. I'm not gonna let them do this. You're gonna be fine, I promise. Just please don't.
Sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Luna!
Thank you, Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor? But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. Well, Sigma, you did not escape the death game, and you did not get to keep your robot waifu. Sigma made choices. Yeah, Sigma made choices. Okay, so we only have one ending left. We're gonna do that next time because it's already been about 2 hours on Luna's drama. Love you, Luna. Sorry you died. Even more sorry that Sigma made such stupid choices. Well, that's all for today. Stick around if you want to join a raid I'm gonna set up. But until next time, show's over.